If your Zoom H4n seems to take forever to load or boot up, don't worry, I'll show you how to fix that. Some other creators have reported that it can take up to 4.5 minutes for the Zoom H4n to boot up, but there are 4 reasons why this might be the case. The first is you might be using stamina mode. Whatever the reason for doing that, if you're going to use that mode to get a longer recording time from 2 AA batteries, your handy recorder will take longer to boot up. If you need to record for longer, use an external power source, like a power bank and a USB to DC power cable. I've got a video about that, so I'll put a link up there in the corner. The second reason is that you might be using a large capacity SD card. The H4n can use cards of up to 32 GB, which will give you more than a day of recording time at broadcast quality. The problem is that the boot up time increases with the size of the card. I'll show you what I mean. With a 4 GB SD card installed, when I turn on the Zoom H4n handy recorder, it'll boot up or load in about 13 seconds. That's with the recorder in the regular mode and not with stamina mode enabled. And the loading time is pretty consistent between different brands of SD card for the same capacity. Now I'll insert a 32 GB card, and I've speeded up the footage to save you time. You can see that the loading time is 43 seconds. So unless you really need all that capacity, try opting for a smaller SD card. The third reason why your H4n is taking forever to load is because you're using a card that's larger than 32 GB. And the fourth, and possibly the most important reason, is that the SD card was previously formatted in another device. That could be a laptop, camera, or camcorder. Whichever it is, it'll cause your Zoom H4n take longer to boot up. So even though the card will work in the H4n recorder, the first thing you should do is to format it in the device. Another possible reason for a long boot up time is that you haven't updated the recorder's firmware. If you're still on version 1.72, you should update to the latest firmware, which is version 1.90. I've got a video about updating the Zoom H4n's firmware. I'll put a link up there in the corner. I tested the boot up or loading time using several different cards, from an old and tiny 64 MB card to a brand new 32 GB card. I also repeated the test in stamina mode, so you can see the difference in loading times. The results clearly show that as the capacity of the SD card increases, so does the boot time. By considering these results and all the other loading time factors that I've mentioned, we can come to a conclusion. If you want the fastest loading time for your Zoom H4n audio recorder, you should use the smallest capacity SD card that will give you enough recording time for your session. Ensure the SD card has been formatted in the H4n, and do not enable stamina mode. So to finish up, what card would I recommend? Well, in my testing it didn't matter whether I got a card like a SanDisk or an unbranded card. They worked equally well. But if you can get a 4 GB or an 8 GB SD card, then that would give you a fast load time on your H4n. Failing that, a 16 GB card would be okay. I would avoid 32 GB if possible. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. But can I ask a small favor? Please like, share and subscribe if you found this video useful. It tells YouTube it should suggest this video to other folks, which will help this channel grow. And to make sure you don't miss any of my new videos, hit that notification bell. I also have in-depth articles on my website, DIYvideostudio.com. I'll put a link down in the description. I wish you well and look forward to seeing you again next time.